and he's working at $45,000.
Yeah.
$45,000. Okay, congratulations, man. I feel already so poor. Awesome.
We are Humans of Pesto.
Hey guys, today we are starting a series called Humans of Pesto after Sumit going after our life because we understand there are too many of you who want to know about us, but unfortunately we have very limited bandwidth because of which we have been able to do that. So we're sitting with Shivang today. Shivang is one of our graduates. He joined the February batch.
Yeah.
And it's been 3 months. He has joined a company called WORKLove Work with my favorite person in itself, David. David, if you're listening to this, hi. David is a phenomenal guy. It's just incredible working with him. So I would love to hear from Shivang that how has been your experience, how you got involved with him, and he's working at $45,000.
Yeah.
$45,000. Okay, congratulations, man. I feel already so poor. It's like sitting बड़े लोगों के साथ बैठ के. Anyways, cool, Shivang. So how has your experience been, man?
Yeah, so I got selected this. I started my job this Monday, and it has been a phenomenal experience. Like just the onboarding thing, and the kind of perks he has been giving me. So like he got us the MacBook Pro, and he got us a private office, and he'll also be sponsoring all our. Every Thursday he's going to be sponsoring our dinners. So that's all really chilled out. I really love it. And yeah, it's a new experience. I've been working with React for the last 6 months, I guess. Yeah, and now in company I'll be working with Vue, and that's a new opportunity for me to learn some new frameworks and expand my learning.
Awesome, man. And knowing David, I think he's such an awesome guy. He just cares so much about his employees. I think it's just like all his love and care, and I think he'll be flying out here as well. I think in a few months, so you guys will.
I want to thank Andrew because he hooked me up with David as my mentor in my second month, and after that it started. We had our 1 hour calls every 2 weeks with David, and I loved those. And after that, after I graduated from Pesto, I got a chance to interview with him, and it turned out fine.
Man, I think I need to reach out to David to mentor me as well. I'm like, and I'm sure like he's been helping so many Pesto students. It's just incredible. Awesome. But after beyond this, like I think a lot of kind of people reach out to us who feel that you are here, like you're making 45K, working with some of the smartest people out there, and doing some great work, right? I must say that kind of response that we have got from partners is really nice. People think that Pesto graduates are from tier 1 colleges, IITs, or it's like places like those, and they are unique in terms of intelligence, very, very intelligent people. Is that so? So would love to understand your background. Where do you come from? What's your story, man?
So I come from Lucknow. Originally I was born in Kanpur, but from second class I was in Lucknow.
Okay.
So after that I was raised I studied in ICSE board. So so computer science did start from the 6th grade, but it wasn't very So it wasn't like very like hi-fi programming, but the concepts did start from 6th.
Web development,
not web development, just simple like input and output, pattern printing, like print a star and pyramids and inverted pyramids, those kind of stuff, palindromes and all that. After that, till 10th, it was I did all the subjects like everybody did. We didn't have any choice. In 10th, then we have to make a choice like what. So I didn't really know any other thing, so I just went with science, and my cousins were doing it, so I had to do it. And pressure. At that time, I didn't know about a lot of things. I wasn't exposed to a lot of things. I was asked to leave the class. I was so bad at that. Like the class was great. I had like the best rank in Lucknow. AIR 74 was in my class. Like lots of guys. IIT Guwahati, 2 in IIT Guwahati, some in IIT 3 in IIT Kanpur, some in IIT Delhi. So the class was really great, but I wasn't. And 2-3 of my friends. So we jammed.
Which college were you from?
It's called Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College.
It's
not the vice chancellor's name. People say, don't tell me the vice chancellor's name, tell me the college name.
But it's good. It's good. I think like it's a good reputed college in UPTU, right? But how's your college experience?
Yeah, so in my college, I was really sad because I came, all my friends were going in IITs and
that's the most painful part.
Yeah.
I think. How has been your Pesto experience, man?
Pesto. So the first time I heard about this thing was on Instagram. Like Instagram for like a computer science thing. So first time I saw it, I was like, obviously this is a scam. Obviously shit like that doesn't happen, and I just scrolled through it.
Okay.
And that, I guess that happened some months back before I actually came, like August, maybe some time around that. And then around December, I got that ad again. Luck, who they had some testimonials, I guess. So I just I was on my phone and I just took out my laptop and just searched the hell out of Pesto. Looked into. So I was absolutely sure this is a scam. I was trying to find points to prove this. So I got. So the only site that I trust the most is Reddit. And on Reddit, so Reddit gives good reviews about anything, and I went there, and luckily there was one post about Pesto on that. Somebody was asking about this Pesto thing and the whole deal, and yeah, some guys had then did some review, but then I had a reply by some guy called Arfat Salman, and then the guy. Yeah, so then he explained the whole story, the insides of Pesto, which strike. Then I went onto the site. So I looked into the testimonials, I read the articles, the Medium articles, and I was like, this can be good. But what the inflection point, the one that made me do this was the OSS thing, the open source curriculum. I was looking to make contributions for the last 1 year to make a meaningful contribution, and I had been failing all the time. I did some like documentation, very small document, like typos. I just corrected some typos. That's it. So when I found that Pesto will be helping me make open source contributions for the last 4 weeks, that got me really excited, and I wanted to do it. Even if I don't get a job, I just wanted to make the PRs because I thought that will obviously help me in a job because that's a credible source for the recruiters. So that's what made me do it. Yeah. Plus, it was in Delhi. I was in Delhi. That also helped. And yeah, then I decided to join.
So just to kind of like get some feedback on this, or just to learn more about this, what are the fundamental things which you really believed in before you came in, and now you are like very passionately against it, in those aspects? We'd love to know about these drastic changes.
Okay, so I guess before coming to Pesto, I was into anti-deliberate programming. I was like, I'd know the least amount of stuff that I have to know about a framework, and then make stuff out of it. Like anything that I have to do, I'll just reverse engineer like the least I have to know from any framework or library to do that stuff. I didn't even try into going deep into frameworks and languages. So I thought I knew languages, but like I knew Python, I knew C, C++, Java, but all I knew was how to make variables and run loops and those basic programming constructs. I didn't know the insides of the languages, like how Alfred taught, and after that I came to know like the deep. There's a thing called specification of the language, which is how you understand the entirety of the language. Yeah. That's how Alfred actually taught us the language.
Nice.
On the first day he said, I'll teach you the entirety of the JavaScript. And then I thought, and then he asked actually that how do you define the entirety of the language? So that's by the specifications. That's when I came to know that there's a thing called a specification, and that's how you. After you do the entirety of the thing, then you get the real confidence. Like no matter on what part of the language they are using or they're testing you on, the recruiters or anyone in any interview, or like even if some libraries are using some particular aspect of a language, you understand it more and are a better engineer overall. So that's a stark change Like before, I didn't believe in doing that.
Got it. That's great to know, man. So Shivang, would you have any advice for people who are senior engineers who will probably have to take this sabbatical from work to kind of like resign and join this full time for 3 months? It kind of like I've seen this that people before coming in, it kind of seems like 3 months to them. After you come in, you realize the value of it, right? So any message which you would like to give so that it can make it easier for them to take the decision?
Yeah, if somebody has a job, it's definitely very difficult to leave that job, because they also mostly people might not have the luxury of taking that
there
sabbatical.
Are families, there are
the family,
parents,
they have responsibilities.
Lots
of they're always in some responsibilities. So it's very difficult. But if they want to like upgrade their game and like know something in a deeper way, they're already doing programming, and if they want to learn it in a better way, in a way that that will actually, Pesto can be a changing point in your life if you use it correctly. So if you do that, it can be. They should try to make that leap of faith, and the higher the risk, the higher the reward. So
okay, got it.
You have to take that.
Got it. But apart from money, like I know, like you mean in terms of money, it's better return and so on and so forth. But apart from money, like what are the other aspects in after you graduate from Pesto, if you remove the money part, because it's just like a matter of time, right? Yeah. What are the other things you think in which kind of like in terms of getting value out of it, you think we get out not only from Pesto the program, but also after people you work with,
So it's not just the reward is not in just the terms of money. It's also that you get the access to this whole community. We are not after you become a part of Pesto, you're always part of Pesto. Like even if people are dropped, they come in, whatever happens, we are always a part of this community. We have access to this group of like-minded people who all are passionate about something. They all have something similar that they're passionate about. Yeah. So that's one big takeaway. So it's like a big family.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great to hear, man. Yeah, you can learn things from people. You can have fun with them. You can steal their cheesecakes like you did today. So awesome. It was really great having you, Shivang. Thank you so much for taking out time. I know you're now busy. I think you're in the onboarding month with David. But yeah, we can. Thank you so much for taking our time and doing this.
Sure.
So guys, this was Shivang. We will be back with more stories. We'll try our best to come up with more stories like Shivang's. People from our family who are coming up, who are enjoying their work, and give you a deeper analysis of what their life looks like. And also with this program, we want to end a lot of stereotypes, right, which are there. I'll just share one fact because it's the first episode of our season. The insight is that in the last two batches, we had only 17 people, right? And we had people from 13 different states out of those 17 people, right? So we have seen the immense kind of diversity at Pesto. We have seen people coming in from IIT, BITS Pilani, to people who have had 42 backs and 28 backs. And there's only as much as we know. There's so many stories which are hidden out there, which we haven't been able to know yet. So signing off, this was the first episode. We'll come up with more. Humans of Pesto.